Hi, Liberty Gray back again for a demonstration of how to perform a proper windmill. So we've already built upon our exercises getting into the clean and the press. So this time we're going to add an element of flexibility. So I'm going to get a lighter kettlebell and again position myself over top of the bell. The handle will be directed at my opposite leg. And I'm going to get into that clean position. From here, I know the bell handle is sitting very deep on my hand. I'm going to press overhead using that crush grip. And now that the bell is overhead, I'm going to turn the toes of my feet the opposite direction of the bell. From here, I always want to use a peripheral vision. When the bell is overhead, you always want to be aware of where the bell is in relation to your body. If you have a bad lift or if your shoulder muscles fatigue, you can let the bell go without injuring yourself. Alright, so when I'm doing the windmill, I want to kick actively this hip back. And I want the hip to remain centered over top of my ankle of the side. Alright, from here I'm going to do a rotation. So the opposite shoulder will come forward. So it's a twist and a bend. As I bend forward at the hip, into what we call the yoga T. So you can see how the position of the bell is directed right over top of my shoulder and of my other hand. I'm going to contract the glute and the hamstring of the back leg to come back to this upright position. And as I go forward, I also want to demonstrate how this works the rotator cuff muscles. This is a great shoulder rehabilitator because it works the shoulder through a full range of motion in that ball and joint. So here we are, I'm going to be bending forward and also my shoulder is rolling forward in the joint. So full anterior rotation. On the way back up, my shoulder is rolling back into its original position. From here I'm going to use the lat muscle, pulling the bell back down into the clean position, directed right over top of my leg. And here I'm going to drop down underneath of into a squat to lower the bell down to the floor. There is another version. If you want to add difficulty to the lift without adding weight at the top, you can add another weight at the bottom. And this is a great way to challenge yourself. Or if you're teaching beginners who really don't have that range of motion in their shoulder, then you probably don't want to put any type of a heavy weight up top. You might want to use like a small weighted ball instead, maybe just a 3 to 5 pound ball. But this is a great way to get started into progressing into heavier weights. So I'm going to clean the lighter bell and press it overhead. And this time I'm going to bend forward as I kick this hip out, and I'm going to pick up the other bell with my bottom hand. So this really is just adding weight to the equation, but it's keeping it low so I'm not stressing the shoulder joint. Bringing the bell back down into the proper clean position and then dropping down to release the bell. And that is a demonstration of how to perform a proper windmill.